feels like a dream. I could run for shelter, but you hold on to me. I'm under your stars. I'm caught in your eyes. Don't you know you stop the room, and all that I can see is you. I'm standing